All right. Shalom. When I say call, Lord, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and the elders that Jam Master rule well. Peace and blessings to the Akim that's out there fighting, doing this work with truth and sincerity. Back here again with a quick lesson. Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect men out there that are listening and watching these videos. So like about the background music, I'm at the laundromat. Still go to the laundromat, wash clothes. I find it therapeutic. Come on here and do some lessons and, you know, just people watch or whatever. Just think about spiritual things. Actually, let me step outside. Step outside real quick. I got this, what you see before you, it's a book, The World's Last Dictator. I got this from Elder Knopp, sent it to me. Shalom to the bishops, man, apostles and elders and the men out there that's laboring with truth and sincerity, man. The truth is coming out, and the Lord is basically lifting up this guy's skirt, meaning this devil, the so-called white man that the Bible speaks of, Edom, Esau, the elite banking families and their plans on them wanting to bring in a NWO, the New World Order. And, you know, and within that, they want to see-hip everyone, like the prophecy that's in the book of Revelations, that people, a lot of groups, some groups said it ain't the see-hip, it's a potato chip, or it's Christianity, or it's whatever, man. But right here in this book, The Last Dictator, they tell you how they got together, right, to combine all the religions together and to come under one little world, man. Hold on one second. So right here it says Babylon. Let me sit in the car for a second. It says Babylon comes to Chicago in 1993. It says in 1893, the world's representatives of the great religions meet in Chicago, Illinois, to explore how all the religions of the earth could come together in a universal world church. And that's what they want to do now. That's why they came up with put out all these different religions, but they want to tie everything all into one world government, a new world order, right? 100 years later, in 1993, on August 28th, through September 6th, 130 of the most prestigious religions on the earth met together again in the World Parliament, right? They wanted to meet the World Parliament of all religions. They met in Chicago, Illinois to finalize plans for all religions to become one, to establish, a one world church. And they've been conspiring since day one with this, man. When you look on the back of your dollar bill, that Roman numeral at the bottom of the pyramid, I think this goes for 1776 is when they started, I think the private secret organizations and all that kind of crap. You know what I mean? They put that on the back of the dollar bill as to them putting their plans on something like that, but they understand they can decode it. They always work in secret, right? Now, the Declaration of a Global Ethic on September 5th, 1993, was signed calling for the merger of all religions of the earth, the world religions to become one. Directing it all from behind the scene was the most evil genius on planet Earth. His name was Lucifer, Satan. You see, the arch deceiver. The Bible speaks about the deceiver. They're talking about, that's a man, Edom, Esau, man, a nation of people, man. The top elite banking families, you see, that's their God. The God of this world. It says Lucifer, Satan, the arch deceiver of all time, the father of lies. Don't the Bible speaks about the father of lies in the book of, I think it's in the book of John. Hold on one second. Hold on. It says in that book, he is the father of lies. What John, I'm just going to read this real quick. John 8:44. Ye are of your father the devil. When he speaketh the lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. I just read to you in that book, in that little insert, that his name was Lucifer, Satan, the arch deceiver of all time, the father of lies, the devil, the god of this world, you see, has blinded the minds of the people in thinking that this man is in some kind of uprighteous position on the planet Earth, or some kind of uprighteous figure to tell you how to live and things of that nature. This man is the devil, they're a deceiver, man. You see? And that's in this book, The Last Dictator, the god of this world. So look, there was one who was not invited. Talking about Yahweh Shai, man, at the end of the day. So right here said the emblem of the EC, the United States of Europe, is 666. The symbol of the World Bank is 666. The symbol of the Trilateral Commission is 666. The symbol of the New Age religion is 666. The every person in the industrial world's number and the supercomputer of Europe is 666. The number of a man that's spoken of in the book of Revelations. So right here in Nahum, real quick, 3 and 5, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show all nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. I was thinking about how the Lord is basically lifting up this man's skirt, meaning exposing him and his plan and what he's been doing the whole time and what he wanted to do this time. That's why the Lord sent his men out on highways and byways to wake up the elect of his people. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to unplug from this system. This system is not going to benefit you. It has a benefit. It seems like it benefits you. Well, you have got benefits from this system, but at what cost though? You take these benefits to the point now the man ain't in the house no more. You come to, so, but then again, the man is is the state. The man is your government. And you say you don't need no man. That's how ignorant and stupid you fucking people sound. You don't need no one, but yet you depend upon a whole system that's ran by men. Wicked men at that. And the Lord is exposing this devil. And a lot of you people is so stuck on this man's philosophy to the point, it's a shame that you can't detach from this shit. Here it is, the Lord is showing you through the spirit of his men and breaking down prophecies and showing you through the scriptures, right? That preachers and pastors can't use the Bible to break things down and to tie with today's time and to what's going on today. They're still giving you feel-good messages. Y'all ain't got rich yet from these feel-good messages yet. Yet you tithing and giving them the money for nothing, but you ain't gaining no kind of spiritual gain. But in this book right here, it says the mark in the right hand or forehead. The Bible tells us the mark would be in the right hand or forehead, not on them. In that book, right? The word mark is Greek word charagma, which we look it up. It said a scratch or itching or cutting. See, cutting into a mark, etched or cut into the hand or the forehead, right? And it breaks, and it gives you the scriptures in Revelations 13 and 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, which it goes into what? Charagma in the Greek. This is, it wasn't no coincidence that Donald Trump signed the Genius Bill. So basically he want to tie everything into a whole digital platform at the end of the day. That's what was so epic about him signing the bill. But you people, you so blind and don't understand what's going on until you don't even see it. You see? What I'm looking for. Oh, right here. Mark. Charagma. Same thing it says in the book. They got it from the scriptures. They know. They sit here and study these scriptures. They got scholars who they set up to go out here and investigate the Bible, man. The top families of the planet, they know who they are. They know they Edom, Esau. They know we the Israelites, man. So all this is lining up with biblical prophecy. And everything you see happening today is all alluding to them want to put a C-hip in you, man. You see? A stamp and print mark. Thing carved, sculptured. You see? Because Jacob gets simple. So whether you rich, whether you on homeless on the street, whether your ass free from the prison or you in prison, literally, no matter where you at on the planet, you're going to have to take this C-hip to be able to function and get hold of the resources that you able to get now that's readily available for you. And if you don't take that, then you're not going to be able to survive in society. That's why we're going to have to hide in the shadow of the wing of Yahweh Bashim Shah for his protection. We're going to have to need that. That's why the Lord is preparing us by sending out his men to give us this message, this report, because this report comes with a type of doctrine that's going to tell you to detach from this place and lean more on the Lord and work on our faith and have faith lead them to that point, because it's going to take faith. Because if you take that charagma, you're going to be destroyed, like it's spoken of in the book of Revelations as well. That's why the Lord is warning his people and gathering the elect of his people, man, to come back into him. We're going to have to become pilgrims upon the planet. We're going to have to really, really lean on Yahweh Bashim Shah, man. But he said he going to take care of his own, man. Lord willing, we're the hopefully elect that the Bible speaks of. You see? So we getting ready to enter into a whole new type of way of living soon come, because once the next thing happen on the planet where it's going to shut the planet down and the banking system won't be no more, when everything go offline from a EMP hit to make the electrical grid go off or whatever, once all that go off and once you come back online, you're going to have that C-hip in you. And a lot of our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, go rush and put their hand out there willingly to take that C-hip, because I got to feed my child, this, that, and the third. Because you become so dependent upon this place, you're not even looking for the Lord to save you, man, to deliver you from this. But the elect of his people are going to do that, man. That's what it says there. Implantable biochip technology is here. Future shock now. A transponder ID biochip in your right hand. According to Tim Willard, managing editor of the World Future Society's bi-monthly magazine Futurists, the technology behind such a human microchip is fairly uncomplicated. Conceivable, a number could be assigned as at birth and follow someone throughout their life. And it's going to have all your medical records. It's going to have you know how you got your ID card? It's going to have all your ID, and it's going to have your medical records. It's going to have everything about you on that device. Most likely, he added, it would be implanted on the back of one's hand for convenience, so that it would be easy to scan at store. They're talking about a tattoo. No, it's going to be a implantable device in you. That's why you go to Whole Foods, they got the little palm hand weeder right there. So they basically put it in your face they program you already with the credit cards and the tap to pay here, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So they really just conditioning the minds of the people. And once all hell break loose and you can't do nothing when everything go off the grid and your ass don't have no money accessible, you know what I'm saying? But everything will be tied to that C-hip, you're going to take it. You're not even dependent upon the Lord. You're not even looking for the Lord now. You see? So it's going to be too late for you when if you don't repent now and turn from your wicked ways, you ain't going to make it out here. Oh man, that was good. Some water, you see? Let's see what else. This is what, back in the day, 100 years later, from 18 up to 1993, when they met in Chicago, it could be used as a universal identification card that will replace credit cards, passports, driver license, that sort of thing. Willard said, all the supermarket checkout stand, you would simply pass your hand over the scanner of your bank account, and your bank account will be debited automatically. It appears that the area of the greatest economic impact in the next few years is likely to be telematics. Telematics is simply the information of economy. Yes, the technological race is on to totally automate and computerize nearly every facet of our lives. They say these transponder chips are the perfect solution for positive identification of living creatures. Indeed, he wanted to be like the Most High. You see, this man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man, and you people don't see it, especially you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Transponder chip has been injected under the skin and is integrated with an external scanner. It broadcasts back to the scanner a specific pre-assigned ID number that is unique to that creature. Man, don't nobody want to be living under these type of conditions. The earth was supposed to be livable and paradise for us, man. And if you take this thing from this man, you saying that he's your God in so many words. You see? And that thing is an idol. You worshiping him, man. Like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego during that time when they got thrown in the fiery furnace, when they said, blow the sackbut, the cornet, the psaltery, and that statue was erected. When you hear those instruments of music, you're supposed to bow down. Well, this is digital now. And Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they got thrown there like, no, we're not doing that, man. We praying to our power. And that's what we face with today. And it's going to be evident more soon come. It is the same concept as vehicle identification numbering, the VIN number. You know, you got a VIN number on your car, that long ass number, you know, system for cars. Similar, the biochip's number remains with individually implanted animals for life, allowing them to be traced, tracked, and controlled. If you don't comply with what they want you to do, if you take that device, they can just turn off your C-hip. Then what you go do? You're in a lose-lose situation, so it's best to return and repent from our, from our ways, man, and turn back to Yahweh and the only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, man. Because we're not going to be able to do this on ourselves. So we're doing it now about building up our faith and our spiritual understanding, our spiritual fortitude, because we're going to have to detach from this place. And we already using credit cards. We using cell phones. We're going to have to do away with all of that soon come, man. You know, some of us might be with each other when it take place. Some of us might be alone out here wandering around, and, in the concentration camps or whatever. We got to maintain that faith in Yahweh Bahashim Habashah, man. And look at it right here. Current state of the art biochip transponders are increased in tiny glass tubes about the size of a grain of rice. And look at it, see? But you saying this June ain't no see him, but they coming out with it, and they got this back in this book back in the day. Actually, this technology undoubtedly will lead to a universal system of totalitarian enslavement under a computerized global economic network of electronic bondage. Electronic bondage, man. In this soon coming cashless electronic debit system, no one would be able to buy or sell, like it says right here in Revelations, anything, and that no one might buy or sell, Revelation 13 and 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had that mark, the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name, man. And they got it right here in this book right here before you. So you can't say it's not possible when they've been planning this a long time. They've been planning this. The world's last dictator, like it says here, in 1893, the world's representatives of the great religions met in Chicago, Illinois, to explore how all the religions can come together to make one. 100 years later, from 1893 to 1993. You see? But you mean to tell me that this not going to be a thing that's coming to a country near you, or a world near you, meaning that the whole world will be under this damn thing, man. And we're here to tell you to turn from your ways and return to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man, to the best of your ability, man. So Lord willing, I hope this was edifying. Until the next time, Shalom.